Hey boys and girls, so like I said, we're going to continue talking about how we can travel from here to there. And the perfect way that we can do it in a fun way is a roller coaster. Now we've read this story before. Do you remember what his name was? It's Monster Coaster. And Monster Coaster travels from here to there, but he goes around and ends up back where he started. It's called a cycle. Can you say cycle? A cycle is when you start here, you travel around to the same exact spot, you stop, and then he gets new people. He does the same thing over and over again. Now in this story, the monster coaster is very curious. When you're curious, you're wondering about something. So I want you to be listening. We're going to talk about it pretty quickly about what Monster Coaster is curious about. All right, so let's go ahead and turn on our ears, cha-ching, and listen for how Monster Coaster is curious. All right, this story is called Monster Coaster. I'll try to fit it all in as much as I can. The factory workers were applying the last coat of paint. Monster Coaster was almost a finished roller coaster. He had been on the assembly line for a long time. It seemed like forever to him. He had listened to the workers talking while they were assembling him. They talked about the carnival grounds and what a great home it was going to be for Monster Coaster. It sounded wonderful. The workers used words like thrilling, laughing, cotton candy, and children. He liked these words. They excited him. Tomorrow he would be right in the middle of all of these exciting things. All night, Monster Coaster kept thinking about tomorrow. He barely slept at all. So he's thinking about where his home is going to be. What is Monster Coaster curious about? Yeah, why do you think he's curious about that? Yep, I agree. Monster Coaster is curious or really thinking about that carnival. He's curious what it's going to be like for him as a home and how he's going to and he's going to have to travel to his new home because right now he's just here. He's not at the carnival. So he's curious about what it will be like. The next morning when the workers loaded Monster Coaster onto a delivery truck, he nearly burst with excitement. When he reached the carnival grounds, he could tell it was everything he thought it was going to be. He could hear the laughter, he could smell the cotton candy, he saw children everywhere. The atmosphere was thrilling. The carnival worker placed him on the roller coaster track and said, "Okay, Monster, you are home." Monster Coaster smiled to himself and thought, "I love my new home." Soon children began to climb. Oops! My bad. So look, here he is in his new home. Soon, children began to climb into his cars. He was so happy. He loved children. Monster Coaster felt the vibration of the track as the ride began to crank up. He was going somewhere, but where? Now Monster Coaster is curious again. So he has never been on his roller coaster. He's just been sitting on his new home waiting for the kids. And now he's curious. What is he curious about? Yeah, he's curious about where he's going with the kids. He doesn't know that it's a roller coaster yet that goes around and comes back. He doesn't know that. He's never been on it before. So he's curious of where it's going. How do you think he would feel how would you feel if you were going somewhere you didn't know? Right, maybe a little scared or nervous. Up. Wow, this is high, thought Monster Coaster. I don't like going high very much. Monster Coaster opened one eye and couldn't believe what he saw. "Oh no," he cried. Surely no one expects me to go down this slope." He heard the children saying, "Go, go, go, go." But Monster Coaster thought, no. He felt the children rocking. He heard them laughing. He did not want to disappoint them. No one had ever told him he had to take this plunge. "Go," he heard. Monster Coaster closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and let his wheels carry him down the slope. His tummy flew up to his headlights and then down to his wheels. He was so glad to finally have reached the bottom. But then again, he went up, 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 up. Not again, cried Monster Coaster. When he reached the top, he closed his eyes again, took a deep breath, and let go. It seemed a little easier this time. By the time the ride was over, Monster Coaster thought that it wasn't so bad. It was actually fun. The next ride was even better. By the end of the night, Monster Coaster felt proud. He had been brave. He had shown great courage. He knew the men and women who built him would be proud too. They would say, Monster Coaster is all we hoped he would be. He is a courageous coaster. The end. Round of applause for Monster Coaster. Awesome job. Now, I want to know, so in the beginning, Monster Coaster was very curious about where he was going, right? And then when he got to his new home, he found out it was everything he thought it would be. Awesome, beautiful. And then they put him on his roller coaster track, and he was curious about where he was going. Oh my goodness. So, I want you to think about how he feels about his new home now. Do you think, actually I'm gonna let you think about it. I want you to let me know below. How do you think Monster Coaster feels about his new home now after going through the roller coaster? How do you think he feels about his home? Let me know.